Hello and welcome to the fourth edition of the Meyer Memos. Today is September 23rd, 2016. In management, we have a staff meeting this week at Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the Media Center. The agenda will be go over ISST protocol and to share our site strategic plan review. We'll also have an ISST meeting on Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the conference room. Quiet room visit data this week. There were 16 visits, total of 172 White Tiger tickets. Kindergarten had 30, first grade had 22, second grade had 32, third grade 56, fourth grade had 28, and fifth grade had 4. That's over a 10-to-1 ratio. Nice work, folks. This is our management team update from our 3-component framework meeting. We reviewed our BERT team, which is our emergency team. It's myself, Lori, Wade, Janet Fox, and then Carol, Missy, and Matt. These are our sweepers who go through for our fire drill. Another update was our PBIS team. We set a goal to lower our quiet room visits 10% from 1,075 from last year to 967 this year. We're going to implement check-ins with students with 6+ visits. That's 32 students. We're going to utilize HEMA, DJ. There'll be more information regarding DJ. And another thing that we're going to implement are teacher and para visits. So if you're interested in wanting to check in once a week with a student, we would greatly appreciate it. It would be very powerful for a third grader who had a first grade teacher or a kindergarten teacher or a second grade teacher that they connected with to check in with them once a week. So if you're interested, please contact myself. We also discussed new rewards and incentives. One of them is Minute to Win It during the rally. We're excited about that. And there'll be more details to come regarding PBIS. Also, forum. Chris Hauer leads the forum. It's monthly. There's one rep per team. Issues or data. We cover issues that are not covered in staff meetings. Please discuss with your teams if this is something you want to bring back. We haven't done it for about a few years, and it was brought to Chris wondering if we want to bring this back. So please let Chris know if your team is interested in this. Grandparent Special Persons Day. It's November 15th at 7:45. We're going to form a work group, and there will be more information coming. For all these years past, this has been Lori's. Lori has done all the work for this, and it's just becoming too much. And this is not Lori complaining about it. It's just me seeing how there's so many things on her plate with having more students, and it's just becoming too much. So we need to get more people involved. Quiet room slips. This is a very important thing. Please pay attention. It's important that people send and complete the quiet room slips when they come down to Carol Hauer. Why? 1, it makes for better communication. 2, there's a piece on there that is checked whether the teacher or if they want Carol to contact the parent. And 3, it saves time. So it's very important that you complete a quiet room slip before you send a child down. If not, we are going to send the child back until Carol gets one. It's too hard to do. In instruction, the instruction team reviewed the site strategic plan, and the grade level teams will provide a reading and math intervention plan, and it was discussed about getting a template sent out to teams. So this is the template that will be sent to teams. Stephanie will send it out. Grade level, subject area, review your grade level data to evaluate the core tier 1 instruction. If there are less than 80% of students that are proficient, you'll want to implement a class-wide intervention. How will your grade level identify what students need to additional academic support, special ed, tier 3, 2, and enrichment? What will you intentionally do to ensure that student learning takes place, whether they know it or not, striving versus succeeding? What is the frequent, how long or how much, what is the duration, which is how long of time, what will you use to monitor the student's response to the intervention, what will determine the student does or does not meet the proficiency criteria. The student does not meet the proficiency criteria. What are your next steps for the student's learning? So this is going to be done for a reading and for math. Please complete the plans during your PLCs. This is a very important part of our strategic plan, and it's due on October 18th. Why is that? Because then we can discuss those at the next instructional meeting. So if people are struggling with it, or if people want some ideas or whatnot, this is we can come to that instructional plan and instructional meeting and discuss this. November 15th at 12:30, grades 1 through 5, we'll head over to Jefferson for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Thank you to the instructional team for indicating that they would all like to go, as well as thank you to Steph to indicate to the people over at Jefferson that we'd like to have a different time because of the fact that it's so hard to get kids over there at 9 o'clock. Thank you for doing that. Also, we discussed part of our strategic plan, our MAP RIT vocab. You're wondering what that is. That is vocab that is based on the MAP test for reading, and it's basically the score range, and it tells you the different vocabulary words that kids need to know. So there is all the different ranges for your RITs. So grade levels will look at where the kids fall and then start looking at these vocabulary words and going over it with the students. And there's also a math one, and this is it originally started with math, and then we decided to do reading as well. Okay, so that again, that is something that our instructional team will review because they want to identify words per grade level and cross-reference with ELA units of study. In math, there are no units of study, so they want to narrow language to MAP and MCA in comparison to everyday math. So they want to make sure they're hitting the right ones. There'll be more discussion at our next instructional meeting. So you can see our instructional team is going to focus a lot on our SSP and how we can support that. Under learning supports, the update is regarding the Sheridan story. You're asking what that is. For those of you that are new, it's where schools connect with faith-based organization to provide families food for the weekends. For our Sheridan story, our community of the Cross Lutheran Church is our partner. We start up this coming Friday, September 30th. We're focusing on K1 students. The reason K1 is our sponsor is only has around $2,000, which is a great amount, but it can help provide money for K1. At this time, we have 14 families. If you have students that you know of or want to identify, please contact none other than Deborah, who is going to continue as our administrator. Thank you, Deborah, for doing this. Also, another focus from our update is attendance. There'll be, I just want to go over the clarification. There are 3 unexcused tardies equals 1 unexcused absence. 3 unexcused absences equals a letter home from the office. 6 unexcused absences is I file a report with Hennepin County. 9 unexcused absences I file again. The county gets more involved. Under attendance, what will staff need to do? When staff members, teachers will receive a sheet with the student's current attendance record in their box. And that teacher is going to contact the family and share a current attendance concern. We usually do that for students who have 1 to 2 unexcused absences or 3+ unexcused tardies. And then once the family is contacted, please date the sheet and place it in my box to record. Janet will be getting these sheets to me this coming Monday, and I will place them in the teachers' mailboxes for this process to take place. And then also I'm going to send an attendance screencast this week out to families. It kind of goes over the overview of what I would just explain to you so that they're aware of it and that we're all on the same page. Also, the team is going to create a plan for newcomers to Olson, our learning supports team. K1, as you know, Caitlin is working with classrooms on the SEL, or social emotional learning standards, and she's going to address this piece of newcomers in that area for K1. For grades 2-5, the team is going to provide suggestions for morning meeting time to reduce the behaviors that are surfacing. So that is one of our focuses for the learning supports this year. You're probably wondering, who is this young lady? Some of you may have seen her today. Her name is Zong Yang. She works for Cornerstone. She is going to be coming on Fridays from 9 to 2 p.m. to work with some of our students. She is going to be replacing DJ. As I said earlier, there's more to come about DJ. DJ is going to be moving on. He is going to grad school at the University of Minnesota to get his social worker license. So we want to thank DJ for all his hard work. Zong Yang was DJ's boss, and she comes highly recommended from DJ. So we want to welcome Zong Yang. Well, that's it for this week. I want to thank you for another great week, and have a wonderful weekend.